Hey everybody, so I'm sitting here with Jackie Rossiter, one of our senior agents, and she is a Brooklyn expert, more specifically a downtown expert. There's a ton of traffic and business down there, and Jackie is just a wonderful human. She's got such an amazing story. So Jackie, why don't you tell our viewers something about yourself?
So my name is Jackie Rossiter. I have been in real estate for about 17 years now. I am a mother of 3, got a beautiful family. Also a breast cancer thriver.
The first time I heard you say that, I got chills down my spine.
Thank you.
Tell me about that. That's such a beautiful, empowering phrasing.
I just prefer that over survivor because I don't experience myself as only surviving, right?
Amazing.
And thriving.
Amazing.
3 years cancer free.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I am a brand ambassador for an organization called 5 Under 40, which is very near and dear to me. So if you don't know who they are, please check them out.
Amazing. This woman literally does it all. I don't know how she managed her schedule. So the last time we did this series, we talked about when is the best time to list. Actually, Jackie, her situation, her business model is a little bit different because she's in a neighborhood where there's a lot of inventory coming, and she often gets asked things about, should I list now? So Jackie, for all the owners in downtown Brooklyn that are thinking, do I list now, do I not? Do you have any advice for them?
Sure. First piece of advice I would say is know the data. There are a ton of new buildings going up. Some have already gone up. It's completely changing down there. Tons of new stores and stuff like that too, which is great. But when there's an influx of inventory, there's also the supply and demand factor. And that is a factor that you should take into consideration when thinking about selling.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's actually kind of similar in Williamsburg, where we went through this influx of all this development. Then plus we have this thing about the L train, so all of a sudden, buyers are talking about, is it the right time? There's that, sellers the same. So yeah, and so any final tips for our owners in downtown Brooklyn that are thinking about selling, trying to go through this difficult decision of, is it the right time? Any tips for these people to help make their lives easier?
I do. I have some tips. So my tip would be, know what your plan is for the next, say, 24 months. And if you feel like you'll be selling within the next 24 months and you cannot hold for 5 to 7 years to ride out this inventory peak, really look at your situation and think about, potentially making a move sooner rather than later. So if you're thinking about upgrading or downgrading, now may be the best time to do it in the downtown Brooklyn market.
Yeah, totally. I think that's really, really helpful. It's so easy to do something like this and put it on the back burner. I mean, I've got my job, I've got my kids, I've got all this stuff going on, and before you know it, oh man, I got to make this decision about moving. And so I've pretty much built my whole life being goal-oriented and goal-setting and planning. And if this is going to be something that's important, if you're going to have some kind of life shift in the next couple of years, I think it's really critical you want to give this the attention it deserves and try to plan forward versus getting stuck and then rushing and stressing later on. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back to you with more. Jackie, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.